Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. Emmy Award winner Sean Hayes is returning to Broadway in David Jaberbaum's hilarious comedy, An Act of God, directed by Joe Mantello, for 14 weeks only at the Booth Theater, beginning on May 28th. And we drop by Bravo Media Studios to catch up with Sean for a chat.
Yes,
Come back in that. It's coming back.
Come on, Ray.
Come on
All
back.
I need now is the boy. And got my glasses, got my BroadwayWorld.com microphone. All I need now is the show.
You got the show. Welcome. Are we rolling?
Sure
That's
are.
the best. Welcome back. You're coming back to Broadway. How
I
does it
am.
feel?
Richard, it feels fantastic. It's very, very exciting to be back. And especially in a show that I absolutely love and means a lot to me in my heart and in my spirit, called An Act of God. I read it, the first 2-3 pages I read, I was just blown away. As David Jaberbaum, who wrote it, it's crazy. It's like he writes in my voice. So when I read it, it was like it was written for me almost. And so I said yes immediately.
Playing God. What is that like?
You tell me, Richard. Every day. Aren't you exhausted? Take a look in that camera, Richard. Right now, take a look in that camera. Look in that. This is God.
I love you. What's it like?
It's pretty awesome. I love the conceit of the play, which is God inhabits the body of Sean Hayes to deliver his message that he's grown weary of the 10 commandments, and these are 10 new commandments. And the audience, I think, loves it too because they become part of the show. But I also think it's fascinating, incredible, important play because it asks all the questions about religion that I had as a kid, that a lot of people have always had. But it's, while thought-provoking, it's also told in a very clever, witty, hilarious way. Yeah. God, that's genius. I mean, I was God, but I wasn't really godding, you know? I wasn't creating or destroying or judging anybody, Ian, which is something I always wanted to try. Then I thought, let me take a brief break from eternity and devote the better part of a week to creating a universe and, I don't know, just kind of see what happens. For the first and last time ever, I actually answered a prayer. Well, it was more of a question, really. Lord, why do bad things happen to good people? The answer, to even out the good things that happen to bad people. Duh.
Okay, you did this in Los Angeles. You did it in San Francisco.
I did it.
Audiences have fallen in love with you. What was the whole experience like doing this live in front of an audience?
It's fun doing it live every night in front of an audience because of the energy, because they really respond to it because it's a subject and topic that we can all relate to, that we were all at one point in our lives traumatized by.
I love that. New material in this. Tell me about the new material.
First of all, I love the excitement in your questions.
New material.
New material, he says. Yes, there's new material. David Jaberbaum, the writer, and I worked together to tweak and mold it more into my voice, and also to reflect the city that we were in at the time. So Los Angeles, we had a lot of those references, and sports teams, and same in San Francisco, and I'm sure we'll tweak even more in New York.
So it changes every day. I know he adds, like, whatever's going on in the news and everything else, big tweets of the day. But you're used to all of that, like working in TV and scripts changing every day, right?
Yeah. My mind works very, very fast. Not unlike yours, Richard. Do you see? Two-man show.
Give you
The
5
Odd
minutes.
Couple.
Totally.
You look like my agent, David Kolodner, a little bit. So it's very confusing. I feel like my agent's interviewing me. What am I questioning?
I have no idea.
Okay, great.
Oh, new material.
Yeah, new
learning it so
material.
fast.
Yeah, learning it so fast. So yeah, growing up in television, especially in comedy and sitcoms, you get thrown new lines on the fly, so you have to memorize them in 15 seconds. So at a very young age, that part of my brain was fortunately exercised, so I could relate that to the show. Because can you guys catch this in the back? Is there enough of them, of the icons? Okay.
I think it's called An Act of God.
An Act of God, yeah. Can you get that? Is that clear?
Oh, you're going into the legendary booth. I mean, one of the most beautiful theaters. Have you gone by the theater yet?
No, I haven't. Is that a question?
Yes, it is.
No, but then you have to put the microphone in my face whenever you ask a question, because they're not going to hear. I don't know if you know how the sound works, but because this they can't hear this. But this they can hear, but not this. But this. Do you see that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so the booth theater, I saw my friend Bradley Cooper in Elephant Man. He was fantastic. I think that was the only time I've ever been there. I think I just lost the audience. Did I just lose the audience?
They're like, haven't you been there before?
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
I mean, your name's up in lights. I mean, just when you were in Promises, I mean, the first time you saw your name on the marquee and you walked by the theater, I mean, there's nothing like Broadway. Tell me.
No, it was the first time in Promises. I'm going to repeat the question because that's what I was taught to do. The first time in Promises, when I saw my name up there on the marquee, it was like mind blowing. Yeah. It was like, wow, you kind of finally made it. You know, that's what it felt like, and it's surreal and also so touching and a lot of emotions. And so when I saw it up at the booth theater, I was like, just another day. No, it was, here we go again. Not at all. I was touched because the booth theater has hosted so many, please don't use that. I was touched when I saw my name up at the booth theater because it's hosted so many big names over the years, and, you know, people I admire. Just recently, Forrest Whitaker was there, and my friend Bradley Cooper, and I mean, on and on and on. And so it seems like the perfect venue for this show. It seems intimate enough, but yet something fitting for God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My final question is, what are you looking?
Thank God.
The final question, right? Well,
Yes.
they give us 5 minutes. You know how it is.
Yes, I'd like to. This is like Double Jeopardy.
Double Jeopardy for $5,000.
Yes.
What are you looking forward to the most with being back on stage and being back on Broadway?
Oh, what am I looking forward to most? I look forward to the whole Broadway community and being submersed in it. And I love the people here, and they've been so supportive of me. And you know, I have a lot of great friends on Broadway, so any excuse I can get to actually work in something I love and experience the life, the love, and the people of Broadway is such a huge win for me.